Has there ever been a time when you felt like it did not belong, or you weren't good enough? For example, walking into the wrong classroom and having everyone laugh at you, or visiting a country where you don't speak the same language, or walking into a room full of strangers and having no one to talk to. Now, take that moment and imagine feeling the same feeling all the time. Well, this is how I feel in some of my classes. Maybe you're struggling to read the introduction on the board. Hi, my name's Elle. I'm here to talk to you about my journey with dyslexia and how damaging labels can be. What's on the board is a small snapshot of my life for a very long time. When I was younger, I was always afraid of people talking to me differently, treating me differently, or never talking to me again, just because I am dyslexic. According to the UK government, children with learning challenges are twice as likely to be bullied, so my fears are very real. Due to these fears, I've never been the first person to raise my hand in class or ask a question, through the fear of giving away my secret, of being dyslexic. But now I am in 11th grade, and I know I am as intellectually capable as everyone else. I just have my own unique way of processing information, which takes a bit more time. And it's okay not to be good at all topics. I mean, none of us are. Let's face it, most of the people in this room did not write a perfect essay the first time they tried one. Of course I'm going to be judged because I'm different and I'm unique, but I'm not alone. Some people judge because some people don't conform to what society expects of them. But maybe by standing here today and sharing my journey, a journey of how I went from being a girl who thought she was worthless to being a girl who knows her value, I can make a difference. A difference of how we view and speak to people. Not just people with learning challenges, but everyone. Now I want to spend a bit of time on talking about how words and actions can make someone feel stupid. For an entire year, I was in an EAL class. This is a class for people who don't know English. When it was my turn to introduce myself, I said I was English and my mother tongue language is also English. The teacher asked, "Then why are you here and not in French?" I had no idea why I was there, not in French. This made me feel like I did not belong, and I was being judged because I couldn't read nor write. It felt like I was in the wrong class. This was the first time when I realized I had nowhere to go and nowhere to fit in, which made me feel like I wasn't in a safe place. And always being labeled as the kid who can't read or the kid who can't spell, and hearing people say, she'll never be able to read. I mean, she's 11 now. Everyone should be able to read and spell by then. If people had just stopped and thought about all these negative comments and said something like, "Would you like to read that, or should I ask someone else? Would you like to read in class? Or she'll be able to get there, but it might take her a couple more hours to get the hang of it. It just needs her to get the time to process the information." All these comments are much more positive, and surely it's better to build someone up than tear them down. Teachers need to know that a person with dyslexia should not ask to be read to read in class, because it's like asking a student to jump into a pool without any swimming experience. In 7th grade, I discovered the book series called Twilight. It was the first ever book series I ever wanted to read. With a genre which I loved, with romance and fictional characters like werewolves and vampires, I discovered that I could imagine these in my head, which made me be able to understand the story. So if I didn't be able to read or understand these words, then I wouldn't be able to make the connections in my brain. So I found out that this is a part of my brain which I use a lot more than anyone else, which allows me to be more creative. This creativity helps me in life because in theatre we have an assignment where we have to read a play and direct it like it's our own. And by imagining how I want the stage and characters to look like, it just makes this process a lot more easier. So not everything about dyslexia is a bad thing. So how did I get my confidence and self-belief back? It was at the end of grade 9 during a theatre summer camp. When we got the script, while I was reading, I couldn't pronounce the word commercial. Everyone started to stare at me when I said this word wrong, because they knew I was English, but they didn't know why I was getting it wrong. The second time I read it, I made the same mistake, but this time a guy corrected me. Afterwards, when we were chatting, I told him I was dyslexic, because I felt the need to tell him why I couldn't pronounce the word. And then all my fears came back of how he would react. If he would tell everyone in the group, or talk to me like I didn't understand anything, or never talk to me again. But in fact, he went out of his way to be friendly and include me in the group. So it's amazing how one moment in my 15 years I've been alive, how someone can change your life forever. If I never met this guy, I wouldn't be as confident as I am today. But just imagine if I met this guy earlier in my life, how much confident I would have been sooner. I'm thankful we met, because if it wasn't for him and the way he treated me when I told him I was dyslexic, I wouldn't have the confidence to walk back into the theatre studio. What this taught me was that I didn't have to worry about the labels which were given to me or the way people acted, because now I know that people will always accept me for who I am. And I don't have to wear a mask anymore. Everyone out there who's struggling with self-confidence, just know things can change. Despite this, still today, in some of my classes, I'm terrified of raising my hand. But something has changed. Now I believe in myself. I believe I can do it. So what do? I find a quiet time to ask my teacher for help, because I know they will always be willing to help me. Yes, I'm still the quiet girl in the class, but I have embraced it, because it's just who I am. I still give 110% on anything I do, like I've always done. From not being able to read, to standing up here today and talking about my journey. Wow, what an amazing journey it has been, with all the lessons I've learned along the way. We don't have to worry about the labels which are given to you, because you can prove them wrong. We are all different, but some people just need a longer time to work out and accept who they are. Yes, we can all treat each other. The way we treat each other has a huge impact on our self-belief. So wherever you go and whatever you do, always celebrate someone's uniqueness, because instead of tearing it to shreds, everyone is on their own journey. But always remember, all of us can change someone's life just by the way we act. And this is something we can all add to our journeys. Thank you.